Welcome back to the Real Estate Rat Pack Radio Show with Chris, Joe, and Rob. The crew is taking your calls, so dial in at 1-800-808-5548.
And we are back. Hey, I just also wanted to mention that an easy way to find or remember where to get a hold of all of our sponsors without having to remember all the company websites and telephone numbers and all that jazz.
Really, you don't want to memorize all that stuff? I think it's
exactly, because I know that's exactly what our listeners are doing out there. They're hanging on every word, memorizing telephone numbers and whatnot. They can go to the Real Estate Rat Pack, realestateratpack.com. On that site, you see our sponsors. You just click on the button. Everybody has their logo up there, so it's easy to get a hold of or find them. That logo will link to their website with all their contact information. So it's an easy way to.
And you can also go to Facebook.
Yes, and we are also facebook.com.
We're everywhere.
/ Real Estate Rat Pack.
We're global, man.
Real Estate
We're like
Rat
Visa.
Pack.
We're everywhere you want to be.
Oh.
And some places you don't.
And a few places you don't. Exactly. More than not, actually. So.
Well, anyway, our next guest is Wes Manion with Dominion Custom Homes. And I met Wes actually through a relationship I had, and he was her son-in-law. And we've known each other, since like 2005 or 6.
Yes, sir.
Long time.
Been a while.
Long time. So welcome to the show.
Appreciate it. Glad to be here.
I hope you're having some fun.
Always. Always having fun.
Now, we talked about, tell us how you got into the construction business and where you started and how you ended up kind of doing, you're building custom homes and remodeling and things like that. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, about 10 years ago, my dad and I started a custom home business and just building high-end custom homes. And it just evolved into commercial and, just home remodels.
So you were building custom homes, and you had people come and go, hey, you know what? I really not in the market to buy custom homes, but could you remodel my bath or move kitchen, stuff like that?
Most definitely. And we use the same trades to do our custom homes. Been with us since day one. So, you're getting the quality from the custom homes into your remodel and anything else you need.
Yeah, and then some other people discover you, too. You also have done some commercial work where you're doing some things for a major hotel chain, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's for a company that owns, multiple brands of hotels. So they're kind of, diversified into the high-end and just the regular hotels as well. So we do all the renovations for them as well.
Well, I've seen your work. The custom homes, great detailing, and and also this is how we met. Ashley was through Wes, and they've had the same mindset is that they're only going to do it right, and when we were talking on the break and earlier this morning about they're seeing things that their trades will come in and do, and then it's going to stop. We're going to get that corrected before we move forward. I think that's a great way to do a business.
I think it's great. Do it right.
Yeah. What
versus the alternative,
concept,
right?
huh?
We're going to do it wrong and come back the next time.
I'm not the company that'll put the Band-Aid on the slab.
Yeah.
Right, absolutely.
What would you do if someone came up you had and said, look, we want to sell this home, and we just want to remodel enough to make it look pretty, but that slab is what do you advise them on something?
I wouldn't touch it, but I would refer them to the foundation repair company. Everything we do is ethical, and I wouldn't for the potential buyer. You wouldn't do that.
It's a Band-Aid. It truly is a Band-Aid. It's not even a good Band-Aid.
Right.
At least a Band-Aid actually has some function in it, which is to keep the wound clean, But it's something that I know people come to you all the time, and people don't understand construction, and so when you're talking to them about time frames and things like that, and they think they're going to come in and live in a house while you do a major remodel, and it's probably going to take 3 to 4, maybe longer months. What do you tell them?
We're the company that's going to I try to work with you because I know that you don't want to be put out of your house for that long. So we try to do it in phases where you can actually, stay in a room, stay in a bathroom. If it's a kitchen remodel, you make sure you have alternate places. Move your refrigerator into another room so you can still access that. You have a microwave. We can move that. You're going to be put out
barbecue a lot,
right? Barbecue, eat out a lot. The wives are happy you get to eat out all the time.
That's right.
It's great. We're doing a kitchen remodel and an outdoor kitchen. Let's do the outdoor kitchen first.
Yeah, that's right. But no, that makes perfect sense. Now that brings up a great question because I know we talk about a lot here that people aren't really buying homes; they're buying lifestyles now.
Exactly.
And when you go to do a remodel or you're building a new custom home, tell me what kind of elements they look for. Are they looking for the outdoor kitchens? And they looking for media rooms? And
Yeah, a lot of people are. That is something. Everybody wants the nice kitchen. The wives want the nice kitchen, and the husbands, want the outdoor grills. We do the patios, we do the kitchens, we do the media rooms, we do everything. But we're that company that's going to tailor it for you. If you want your custom closet, we're going to measure your pants. We're going to make it fit for you. Your closet will be have a little more space and more people. But,
wow!
But
like it.
a little short joke there. But,
well, on the radio, I sound 7 foot tall.
Your closet is having 2 levels. We'll put 3. We got plenty of space.
3 levels in here.
Well, I've read that line from the Dudley Moore movie Arthur, where he goes, "You've never had 50 pair of short pants hanging in your closet."
Yes.
He was talking about it at dinner time there, so that reminds me of that. But
no.
Anyway.
We tailor everything for the individual. That's I love doing, that kind of remodeling because it's custom.
So you're I find that most people get angry with their contractor because they're not understanding, trades don't show up. They don't understand what's happening. They don't understand that one trade can't move forward until this trade completes it and stuff like that. So do you have a conversation you have with them at the beginning before you even start? Hey, this is going to happen. We are going to have we're going to have people not show up on time. There might be some materials that we have shortages on.
There might be a World Cup game on.
There might be a World Cup game on.
You could lose half your crew over that right there.
Yeah. You definitely work slow.
Yeah.
Work slow.
And nothing's going to happen on Friday afternoon, and they are not showing up on Sunday. So
yes.
I tell people that
Brazil was playing. I mean, what?
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, you expected me to show up? I mean, come on.
I take every job, it's day to day, but the thing is, all of my trades have worked together for so long that they will work with each other, and so they're not the sheetrocker will work with the tile guy.
We have one of those amazing painters,
sheetrocker
Gerardo, who is an amazing painter, and I've seen his work. And I remember he took the set of kitchen cabinets and I guess kind of made a wash.
Yeah, we faux finish and wash cabinets,
and that just gave it a whole new dimension.
Yeah, all my trades are family. I mean,
Yeah.
these guys have been with me for a long time. So.
I'm sorry. I just cracked myself up. I have a whole picture of like an '80s hair metal band, putting in sheetrock because they're sheetrocking.
Yeah.
What's it?
And he's over here going sheetrocking.
I warned you ahead of time.
I'm gonna have to get my guys some wigs.
These are my sheetrockers.
I'm gonna get a.
We take requests.
Oh my gosh!
I'm gonna get their van wrapped with their pictures with.
Yeah. Custom van with the sheetrockers on the
They'll
outside.
mag wheels.
Yeah.
Side pipes.
They're gonna make me pay for that.
Yes.
My sheetrockers.
Well, you can tell Gerardo he got free publicity.
Wow.
Today,
my
but
painter is amazing.
He really true, and your trim people did a great job too. So I've seen a lot of your work, and so I can honestly attest to the quality of it. And you just don't get that from everybody. It's just not out there.
I'm one of the companies that my electricians, they do electrical work. Every trade does one.
Your electrician does
thing.
electrical work.
Well, I don't have a guy that thinks he can do electric come in there and do it. It's going to be the right trades for every part of the job.
Does your electrician paint every once in a while though?
I've seen this out. He's tried at his own house, and he hired me to come fix it.
Yeah. Well, that was just something we talked about earlier. Also, you said that kind of motivated me is that you clean up a lot of people's jobs.
You do. You get a lot of people now that do go after the lowest bid, and I try to be the lowest bid, but sometimes it just happens that I'm in the middle or whatever. But they will choose the lowest bid, and sometimes
what's the danger?
I want to
there?
talk about that though. Hold on one second. You mentioned about the lowest bid, and for all of our listeners out there, low doesn't constitute doesn't usually constitute quality. I mean, I talk about people with this all the time. Is it's still about building and going with somebody like Will on a relationship basis, right? It might be Wes. It might be a little bit more than the cheapest out there, but the quality and the relationship and the way something is built far exceeds just going with the cheapest bid out there.
What would
we
you
talk
say
about that all the time?
What would you say, on that note? Because a lot of times you feel like it's a roll of the dice in working with contractors and that sort of thing, which is for me, why probably right off the bat I wouldn't take the lowest bid, just because in my head there's some logic to taking someone that's higher than the cheapest.
Right.
What for our listeners, if they're wanting to do a remodel job, if they've got something on the radar that they're looking at, how can they pick a good contractor? How can they know they're working with somebody that is a quality person, that they won't have to call you out to fix the job after it's done?
Right. Well, a lot of times, 99% of my work comes from referrals. So, talk to your friends, get a referral, somebody that they've used, but along with that referral, go ahead and get a couple other bids, and then make sure that the referral is within the scope of what you want to spend. But then at the end of the day, as long as he's in the range, he does good work and the price is a fair market value, and then you go with that.
Besides, if you want to see a good van with sheetrockers out front, I mean, you can't really
disappointed if my sheetrockers don't show up with a van like that now.
so let's talk about the dangers of going with the lowest bid.
Blasting some AC/DC.
You'll end up spending more money getting the person in there because somebody's going to go in there, and I'm going to not know what they did, and you're going to price it a little higher just in case you don't know.
You have contingencies that you put in your transaction. Now, what the stories I've heard back is that they'll take the low bid, and then the contractor will, I didn't bid it that way, and we're going to do a change order.
Change orders.
And change orders is usually double the amount it would have cost you if you
exactly. And I've done it long enough to where I try not to do change orders because I try to get everything in the original scope of work. We'll walk through numerous times and get it in that first contract, so you know what you're paying.
Yeah, and that's where that communication piece comes in, so they have a really clear understanding of what they are getting.
Right.
Now, and of course, a lot of times they'll change their mind midway, and they're going, you know what, I saw it differently than what I'm seeing now, and then you do have to have a change order.
Then you do have a change order, but you try to minimize those.
Yeah. Again, the communication, and maybe going out and I know you send people over to look at your custom home, or you send them over to look at your work and things
Tons
like
of pictures, whatever you need, we got.
Yeah, that visual is so important in communication. So we're kind of getting about a minute left here. So how do we get a hold of you?
Telephone number 281-905-1561. That's my personal cell phone. You can reach me all the time.
We're going to call you about 2:00 this morning. How you doing?
Not a problem. Yeah. Give me a shout.
His electrician.
that's the sheetrockers.
Hey, that's the sheetrockers, exactly. Because his electrician is a huge AC/DC fan.
Or George Thorogood.
How long have you been waiting to say that?
Oh, this is like at least 10 minutes now. I had to work it in.
Hey, well, guess what? Tom fries when you're having fun. We are against a break again right now. But stay tuned. We have another 15 minutes coming right back.